What's up, guys? My name's FyReO. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a brand new state of the game that has released about an hour ago as I'm recording this, with some more information revolving around the Terraria 1.4 release, and some information, some actual footage of it being played on console, which we're going to be going over and showing you guys and breaking it down here in a little bit. First, we're going to be talking about their tweet that they put out saying February state of the game is live. Visit the Terraria community forums for the latest news on each platform and the community, and with provided the link to the forum, which we're now going to be going over. So let's go ahead and get into it. So it says, we don't know about you, but the February brought a lot of cold weather our way. Hopefully you've been able to stay warm and safe. While the weather might be chilly, the action in the Terraria development side is continuing to heat up. On the PC side, the team is doing a lot to polish work the upcoming Steam Workshop 1.4.2 update and other things that are really starting to come together. Meanwhile, our partners over at DR Studios are making fantastic strides on what is arguably the toughest task for console 1.4 UI and controls. Rounding it all out, we have some cool new Terraria merch and community tidbits to share. So come in for a cold and let's sit around the fire and talk about some Terraria. So beginning with PC, they're talking a little bit about the Steam Workshop side. So first things first, we do not yet have an exact timing for the workshop support. We will say that things feel like they are getting really close. The most of the team's time now on this update is focusing on the polish/finishing touches area, along with the usual bug fixes. We expect to be able to provide at least some general launch timing/window very soon. One thing to keep in mind is that we're planning to have and maintain a developer's choice tag/selection on our Steam Workshop. We will periodically review new submissions in each pack category as well as maps and elevate our favorites to this list. So right here, they're basically talking about Steam Workshop support for texture packs, as seen in the little green font. So that is what they're doing. So people are going to be able to make custom texture packs. They're going to get accepted by them, and then you'll be able to use them on Terraria. Obviously, this is for the PC version only. We are not sure if they will release texture packs towards Terraria on console, but that definitely is a possibility later down the road. As a reminder, Steam Workshop for the core Terraria game will not support Terraria mods. As for all things Terraria mods, that remains firmly in the realm of Tmod Loader and the team behind that. You want to see more? Okay, fine. Feast your eyes on the in-game workshop menu, still being tweaked, so subject to change. So this is what the little in-game menu is going to look like. So in case you guys do play PC and care about this a lot, then that is what it's going to look like. Obviously, it's going to change as they stated, so it won't look 100% like this on release. This is kind of just the pre-game or testing phase of what it's going to look like. But wait, there's more. Our art team has been working on some of their own texture packs on the side so that we can have some fun new offerings for everyone on day one. Want a sneak peek of some of these changes? Of course you do. And then as you can see here on screen now, I'm just scrolling through some of the different texture packs that they have. And they have different enemy texture packs. They have some cool builds texture packs, so it changes the builds a little bit, and kind of changes the way the game looks and performs. So it will obviously the more better looking texture pack, it'll probably require more, but Terraria doesn't require a lot anyway. So if you have like a really bad laptop or something, depending on what texture pack you use, it might require a little bit more juice than it usually would on a normal, just the normal vanilla Terraria. They're also talking about some other things like Google account / Stadia updates. They said, as you may have noticed, we have a ton of issues to kick off the year, stemming from the locking down of Redigit's entire Google account in early January. After a month of pushing, Google finally reached out and was able to provide a lot of transparency around the situation and had to restore the access to all of our accounts. Due to the hard work the Stadia team has put in, as well as our partners at 505 Games, we've decided that we will allow the upcoming launch Terraria on Google Stadia to proceed. The Terraria Stadia build is based on the DR Studios 1.4.0.5, the latest build, and is currently at Google for certification review. So basically, if you play on a Google Stadia, it's coming to Google Stadia. So basically, Terraria is now like on every platform now. Last gen consoles obviously, but it can't be updated. The new gen consoles, it is on the Switch, mobile, and now it's going to be over on Google Stadia. So this is quite big news for their end, because they're expanding their audience. So basically, whatever you play, it doesn't matter, you will be able to play Terraria. There's a little bit of Tmod Loader news, so if you are into that, I will just show some of the news about that. There's not too much news. It's basically just issues and bug fixes for it. So yeah, if you have any issues with that, you can go and let them know, and they'll be able to patch it as well. So if you're having any issues with Tmod Loader, just make sure to let them know. And then we get into the juicy stuff, the stuff you guys are all here for, the Terraria console side of updates. When 1.4 is going to be coming out, it's not in this unfortunately, but there is some good news in here because we do have a video of what the UI may potentially look like. It says, greetings once again, everyone. The DR Studios team has been hard at work in the lab with a big focus on user interface and controls of late. Outside of obviously bringing all the content from Journey's End over, providing a UI and control experience that is the equal part optimal for consoles and customizable to the extent we are able/allowed is one of the most critical and challenging parts of the process of getting 1.4 in your hands. This requires a lot of interaction to capture the various ways people might want to play, allowing for evolution of the experience while keeping an eye on maintaining for those that prefer things to stay closer to the status quo. This is a large part of the reason why we cannot give you an exact date for the release yet for the part of the project, as well as a couple others. We need to let it take the time it does to get it just feeling right. Here's a quick glimpse of what it is going to look like today. Again, it's not final. There's a lot of things to do, but they did feel comfortable enough for them to show us the very brief version of this. So keep in mind that this is the alpha version. So we're going to go ahead and play this footage on the screen now, and I'm not going to talk over it, just so you guys can hear the raw audio of everything. So I will talk to you guys after this clip. And once again, keep in mind that's the alpha version of Terraria 1.4, and there's lots of things to change, such as the final UI, etc. Are still going to change, so don't get hung up on anything. We're drawing even closer to Journey's End on consoles. Hang out with us just a bit longer. Trust us, we cannot wait to be able to share that the timing might be just as soon as we can. And for the Switch players, we have a little bit of information about that. So of course, the UI and controls development is not isolated only to Xbox and PlayStation. Switch players can expect to see these improvements coming their way as well during the Journey's End release. We are doing our very best to work on all three platforms at the same time in order to minimize any delay on the launch between Xbox/PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. This is not to say that necessarily be simultaneous, but working in parallel means we can cut way down in any possible delays. And for any person that plays mobile, we have a little bit of news for you. So hello everyone. As of last month, things are mostly quiet on the Terraria mobile front. The DR team is focused elsewhere for the time being. So they're basically just saying, they haven't really spoken much to the mobile people because they've been working, towards developing it for console. The team's still documenting bugs for future fixes. However, still keep those in mind. We can expect to be able to run the head along for more fixes for 1.4.1, etc. once we get console 1.4 closed out. And then they have a little video here, as you can see, of some new fancy water that they wanted to show off. So I guess I don't really play mobile Terraria, so I don't know what the difference is. But that is what it looks like if you do play mobile. I wanted to, include everybody in this little video here. It truly remains an honor to be able to work on Terraria on behalf of the entire team. Thank you for the support, patience, passion, and kind words. We have so much planned for 2021 across the board. It's going to be a wild ride. And that basically closes it out. They just close out with some, plugs on their merch and everything like that. That basically does it with the information that they provided. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave it in the comment section. And if somebody knows the answer, please reply to it. Or if I do, I'll reply to it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are hyped, make sure to drop a like button on this video. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to keep slaying.